It is the Birthday Brush Craft Along. I'm Dina Rico with the Creativity Cave, and I will be coming to you live every single day this week at noon Central Time. So it is noon right now, wherever you are. Mark your calendars, figure out your time zones. I am so excited to be here, you guys. I am going to get my Stampin' Lips on, and then we are going to go to town because I'm also going to be live this afternoon at my normal 5 o'clock for Monday, our normal Monday live. And this is such an awesome week to be with me because we are going to be doing such fun things. I'm so excited about it. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to get onto my live and that's not going so hot. I'm trying to see the comments on my live. Anyway, so we are super excited. I partnered with some stamping friends of mine. Actually, I was invited to be a part of this group to put together some projects for you. Each of us designed 2 projects, and then we will be doing demonstrations of all of the projects during our lives this week. So you can watch me to see all the projects. And they are so much fun. You can get a PDF for these projects, and you guys, the PDF is, I printed it off. It's like 35 pages of awesomeness. In the PDF, there are all the supplies, all the dimensions. There's like little cutting and scoring guides in there. I learned how to do that. I learned some new things in putting this together. I've never been good at drawing diagrams for stuff like that, so I'm really excited about that. That's like a new skill that I acquired in the process of doing this. The whole week, we will be focusing on a bundle and a stamp set. And the idea is to make birthday cards, but of course you could make these cards to be whatever you want. So we're using the Darling Dinos bundle and the One More Year stamp set. They're so, so, so cute. If you've never thought about these 2 on your wish list, I hope that by the end of the week you are going to be sold on them. And when you purchase during this week, when you purchase $60 or more in my online store, not only will you get the PDF for free, but you'll also get a celebration item from Stampin' Up, and you'll be really excited to have that PDF. So you can get it for free. If you do not want to order anything in my online store, you can also purchase it in my PDF store, and there's links to all of this in the description of this video. Also, I have 2 kits left that I would love to send to somebody. They're so cute. They have some fun little surprise treats in them, and I think you're going to love them. They've got all the things you'll need to make these projects. Now, I am going to get to it here in just one more moment. But I wanted to say thank you all for joining me. If this is the first time you've been in one of my live sessions live, because I'm not normally live at this time of day, I would love it if you could tell me where you're from in the comments and give me the thumbs up. That helps me so much with YouTube. It really helps. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of the awesome things that I'm sharing with you this week. Also, I don't know if you knew this, I actually learned this relatively recently. If you take the link, so I don't know if I put the links to each post all week in this video description. If I didn't, I will add that. But if you click on those links, you can actually set a reminder so that it will pop up in your YouTube, and then you'll get like notified that I'm going to be live. So oh my gosh, it's so fun to see you guys on here. Hello, Patricia. Patricia, can I just say you're from Poughkeepsie? That's like the best name, right? I think you're from Poughkeepsie. I always giggle whenever I see that when I send something to you. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Pacific time is, yes, that's my normal Monday live. Shaz is on from the UK. I am so excited to see you. Oh my gosh, Yvonne, I hope that your kit gets delivered. I can't believe it wasn't delivered like on Saturday. That is just, the U.S. Post Office Service is just making me crazy sometimes. Not gonna lie. Okay. Oh my gosh. Poughkeepsie. Poughkeepsie. It's such a funny word, isn't it? I always giggle because and I'm sure there's a lot of names like this in New York and the East Coast in general, but in so I live in Iowa, in the Midwest of the U.S., and in Wisconsin, which is like a little over and a little up, a little north of me, there are so many Native American names of towns, like oh boy, I used to know how to say this, Anamanowak. I don't know if that's right. There's a whole bunch of them though. My favorite is Waukesha, but I like to call it Waukesha. And then sometimes I like to flash gang signs. I'm kidding. But anyway, when I say that name, Waukesha, it's Waukesha. Manitowoc is another one. Like, have you guys ever heard of Charlie Barron's? I don't even know why I'm talking about Wisconsin towns. I live in Iowa, but my bestie lives in Wisconsin. So anyway, it's always fun pronouncing those. And you guys are so nice to say that I look so nice. I'll tell you what the secret is. I put makeup on today. I have not been wearing makeup much at all lately, and I did actually put makeup on. And you guys are going to laugh even more when I tell you my funny story about today. So I meant to take a shower. Like, I got up yesterday and I was doing a bunch of things, and I meant to take a shower like in the morning, right? But I was like busy doing some stuff, and then I got painting, and then I just wasn't doing anything, or I never got back to taking my shower, right? So I didn't take one until like bedtime, and I hate taking a shower before bed because if my hair's wet, I don't want to like lay in my bed with a wet head in my pillow because, like, you know, well, I had to take a shower, so I did. And I woke up thinking, oh, well, I took my shower and I will be all set. And then I woke up and like my bed head was pretty epic. And then I started brushing my hair and my bed head got bigger. And I mean, my hair was like literally, guys, I'm not even exaggerating. It was out to here because it was like all frizzy and crazy. So I took another shower this morning. And I put makeup on. I haven't been wearing makeup because I've had a little bit of irritation on my face with makeup lately. And I think part of it is just the dry time of year. And also, I feel like at my age, I look okay without makeup. So I haven't been wearing it that much lately. I love when it's summer and I have a little summer glow in my skin. It's now pale as all get out, but anyway, thank you for the compliments, you guys. That's so nice. I appreciate it. All right. So I think we've given a few minutes for people to hop on here. Thank you guys again for joining me. I hope you will see me again tomorrow at the same time for more inspiration. But right now, what I want to do is flip my camera around so we can get started with some of this fun stamping goodness. And then remind you again, I'll be live again later this afternoon at 5 p.m. Central. So I hope you'll join me. Okay. Oh, Linda said there's no sound. Well, I'm pretty sure there's sound because people are giggling about my Wisconsin stuff. But I think maybe if you hop out and come back in, you'll be able to hear the sound. So I think that'll be good, right? Okay, I'm going to flip my camera. Okay. Here we go. Here I am. All right. So here is that PDF I was telling you about. It's so awesome. Lots of pictures, diagrams, all the dimensions, everything that you need to make our cards today. So I hope you're going to love that. Also, I wanted to tell you about this. I will put the links to these in the video. I don't think I did yet, but these are little project keepers that I've been using. These ones fit cardstock. I also have some other ones that I use. Let me grab the other one. I use these for my embellishments. So these ones are a little bit smaller, and these ones, as you can see, are a little bigger. But I love them because they're really thin, so I can fit all of my embellishments in this little container here. And I even have a set of cards in here, but they all fit in this. This is one of those little IKEA containers. I think they have them at the Container Store. They might even have them at Target. It's just like a little basket thing. Anyway, they all fit in here and they're easy to find. I kind of have them divided by the type of embellishment they are, or the like where it is, like the mini catalog, the annual catalog, online exclusives. So anyway, I think that's just super handy. So let's get started. Now I've got all my paper for today in this packet. So I'm going to make a card and a cute little gift bag. And so I'll give you a little sneak peek. So here is my card and here's my gift bag. So cute. All right, let's get started. So this Darling Dinos bundle is just, it's literally almost too much in terms of cute. It really rocks. If you ordered a packet from me, you've got all the die cut pieces in one little envelope. So you're going to want to pull them out. My first project is in the back. I think they go in reverse order, to be honest. But we are going to be making just this cutie patootie card. So I'm going to start with a gray granite card base. And the designer series paper I'm using on this first project is from the Toadstool Gardens. It's one of those items you can get free with a $50 purchase. And oh my gosh, I just realized I don't have mine. Where did I put it? Oh my gosh, you guys, seriously, I was so organized for all of this. I think I have to run in the other room and grab my pack. I'll be right back. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, sorry. So this Toadstool Gardens is so cute. It is one of the celebration items that you can get for free with a $60 purchase now through the end of February. And in it are these bright, cheerful colors of paper, which of course go super nicely with the terrific Toadstools stamp set. And then there's these really fun patterns on the back sides of each of these, which are obviously not toadstooly. So I'm going to take this one that looks kind of like wood grain-ish. And we are going to use that on our card. So I'm going to cut this to one, let's see, 2, 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Okay. And then that's going to just get adhered to a piece of basic white, and then we'll put it on our card. So, oh my gosh, look at those. They're like psychedelic toadstools. These are like acid tripping toadstools. Okay. So these are super fun. And I love adding this little bit of white to my card base because I think it really just makes everything kind of pop. Okay, now I also want to take some of this new white woven trim. It ties so nicely. And I'm going to tie a bow. Actually, I'll tie a knot on this one, but if you wanted to tie a bow, you certainly could. My sample had a bow, and I'll show you the difference. But sometimes people, maybe you're bow impaired, you struggle tying bows. No judgment. We never judge at the Creativity Cave. If you can't tie a bow, you tie a knot, and girl, no one's going to know. So I'll just tie that on here. And I think a knot is nice because it's a little bit, smaller. It's not quite as lumpy if you are going to mail this, which is great. So there we go. All right, I'm going to adhere this to my card, and then we're going to get stamping here. I already love what I've got here. Oh, it's like a almost clean clean palette where you could just start. Okay, now I've got a piece for the inside and then I've got a piece for the outside, and we're going to stamp on both of these. And as I mentioned, this set is literally almost too cute. It's just so stinking cute, and I love doing projects that are like this because I think they're just fun, and who wouldn't want to get a card like this in the mail? It's not just for kids, is kind of my point. All right, so on the outside, I'm going to use Memento. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen me do this, but I have a Memento pad that I made with a white craft uninked stamp pad. So our white craft ink comes in a pad that does not have ink in it, in part so that it doesn't leak all over the package. It comes with a re-inker, so you can re-ink your pad, which is great. But what I did is I put Memento ink refill instead of white ink in this pad, and that gave me this nice Memento ink pad, which then allows me to stamp really nicely on here. So I'm just going to stamp my cute little T-Rex on here pretty low, not all the way to the bottom, but close. And then I'm going to add to it one of the little sunflowers from this stamp set, like this. Okay. Then I'm also going to take and stamp on my scrap here 2 balloons. Like so, and we're going to color these and die cut them. And then last but not least, on the inside of my card, I'm going to stamp another T-Rex. Like that. And then I'm also going to add a little, there's in the stamp set, there's like a what do you call it? Like a, what's the word I'm looking for? A string. Okay, so I'm going to put 1 on the inside of my card and then 2 on the outside. So I'm going to have 1 kind of angled over that way a little bit, and then the other one is like that. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to start coloring. I'm going to start with my Melon Mambo blends. Actually, that's not true. I'm going to start with my gray granite blends, because I think I like to start with my dinosaur. So now you can color your dinosaur so many different colors, but I love gray granite because then I can take and put kind of bright colors on the spots. I'm also going to use the ivory Stampin' Blend. This comes in a combo pack with bronze, and I'm just going to use it for the little tummy on our T-Rex. The big ferocious T-Rex's tummy. And he's just so stinking cute. I mean, seriously. I have to giggle too because I've never been like a cutesy stamper. I've never really liked cute type stamp images, but for some reason, this guy just gets me. Oh, Beth Ann, thank you. I love that tip of using this ink pad. It's just so handy. I learned it from, I think I learned it from somebody on my team. Can't remember who told me this the first time, but I was just like, oh my gosh, that's just so awesome. Okay, so I'm starting with some dark gray granite, and I'm kind of going down the line here. So I've got dark on the edge, and then we'll blend that out to be light and go with a little more right here. Okay. And I'll do one of my dinosaurs at a time because I want to make sure that I can blend all of this ink really nicely. Now, one tip when you're blending Stampin' Blends, make sure you go over the area that you're blending it next to. So meaning, what I mean by that is don't do just the little teeny area of the border between, go over that whole area. because that's how you get nice, smooth blends of your Stampin' Blends. And I will say we're going to use plenty of Stampin' Blends on our projects because these little dinosaurs are just so cute with the coloring. And I think Stampin' Blends are so easy to do. I love watercoloring, and of course you could watercolor these if you stamped them on watercolor paper and they'd be really cute, but these Stampin' Blends are just so fun and they're really easy to use. You don't have to have a lot of skill. Now what I do like to do is on an area like this that's kind of circular, I like to color in circular motion. Generally you don't see the lines of your Stampin' Blend brush strokes, but if you do, I think when you color in a circle, it definitely helps the look to be, you know, more circular in shape, which is perfect. Okay, so I've got that pretty good. We're going to repeat that one more time. Now, I have a question for you. Let me know in the comments. Do you like watching the Stampin' Blend process, or like in future videos this week, is it okay if I color some of this stuff ahead of time, or do you like watching me do the Stampin' Blend coloring? Just let me know. Because one of the things that does happen is it makes videos a little longer. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but if you're comfortable doing Stampin' Blends, you might not want to watch the whole process. But if you want to watch it, I will show it. Promise. So I'd love to know your feedback. So let me know in the comments, and don't be shy. If everybody's saying, I don't need to see it, but you want to see it, you tell me. Okay, so we're just coloring, going over that. I am a little careful too, by the way, another little tip for you on Stampin' Blends. I'm a little careful going out to the edges. Like especially when you're in an area where you're blending over the top of color you've laid down, like right here in this smaller little section. I'm a little careful not to go too crazy on the blending. I'm going over it, but I don't want to work it too hard, because what happens is your ink keeps coming out of this tip, you know, as you're blending. And if you find that you're getting color extend beyond the line of your stamp, the outline of your stamp that you stamped, it can be because you are literally working it too much, putting down too much ink. There is such a thing as too much. So just be, that could be one of the reasons you're having that issue. Okay, so there we go. That looks super cute. Now let's do our little flower. For that, I'm going to do some Daffodil Delight and some Granny Apple Green. And, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm kind of giggling. I just threw my Daffodil Delight marker away because I need a new one. But I'm literally dumpster diving in my garbage to see if I can get enough out of this. I think there might be enough in my dark to color this flower. I gotta get a new one. Yeah, there's enough. My other end of my tip is shot, but I was storing this with this tip down, which normally I store them flat like this, so that whatever was left in this marker would kind of pool to the bottom. All right, the other thing I'm going to do is color my little spikes on here. So I'm going to do like every third one in my dark. All right, then I'm going to switch to my light, and I'm going to color these. So I have a little darker at the base of each of these flowers, and I'll just color in the center. We're going to cover that up, so it doesn't really matter. Then I'm going to do the horn, and then I'm going to do a couple of the spots on my dino in my light marker. I'll cover that up, and we're done with that. Let's get the green. So I'll do Granny Apple Green on here, and I like to just go a line down the stem just to add a little extra color, and then a little at the base of these flowers, and then we'll blend it out with our light grainy apple green. All right, I also noticed that I did not color his arm, so let's get that. We can't have one arm not colored. That would be silly. Oh, and I should have colored my little, oh, see, oh, look at this. I even, since this is my dead one, I kind of like jammed it back in my marker. But this, I will tell you, this marker has lasted a really long time, for like years. So that's not bad. I am cool with that. And daffodil's a color I use quite a bit. So yay. All right. Next up, I'm going to move on to my next color, which is going to be pumpkin pie. And for this, we need to also grab our little scrap of paper over here. I've got, Janet, thank you. Rosemary, the dimensions for all of the paper cuts are in the PDF. And the PDF is something you can either get for free with a purchase, or you can purchase outright. And there is a link in the description of this video for the PDF. You can also get it free when you spend $60 in my online store this week. Okay, so I've got a part of one of my balloons colored, and then I'm going to also do the spikes down his back. I keep calling this a Tyrannosaurus, but with the spikes, maybe that's not really what he is. I feel like, did I learn anything in my elementary school lessons about dinosaurs? If I'm doing this wrong, oh my gosh, I don't know. All right, so then I'll use my light marker to color in this balloon. Again, this is pumpkin pie. And then we'll put a couple of dots up there. Oh, and a couple of dots over here. And a couple of spikes. Maybe this is like a Tyrannosaurus, Stegosaurus. I don't know. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and say it's probably just a invented dinosaur, really. Okay, so I'm doing dark melon mambo on the spikes. I hadn't done that yet. And then I'm going to do light on a couple of the spots, like so. And then I think we're good to go. I see I've got one more spike here. I'm just going to color that one in. Okay, there we go. Then, oh, then we need one of our balloons needs to be colored. So I'll color part of that in my dark and part in my light. And then I'm actually going to stamp one more over here, like so, and we'll color that one in, because this is for the inside of our card. Now, I want to draw your attention to something that happened to me, and I'm a little sad about it, but it actually is kind of a good demonstration for you. When I was coloring this spike over here, I don't know if you guys noticed that, but it was like a blob of ink on my Stampin' Blend marker. I hadn't used it for a minute. I should say not today yet. And so it kind of blobbed out some ink, and you can see it's kind of bleeding to the edge and a little beyond of my stamped image. That was what I was talking about before. And so one way to kind of combat that is to just do a quick squiggle on a scrap, just to make sure there's not ink pooled in your marker to prevent that from happening. That's pretty rare, by the way. That's the first time that's happened to me in quite a long time. Okay, now we've got all of our coloring done, which looks fantastic. I'm going to die cut these balloons here in 1 second, but I wanted to, and we're going to add the balloons to the top of my card here. But what I wanted to do is make this a little bit more fun. So I'm going to do a little ink blending. And ink blending is a great way to add some color to a piece of white cardstock so it's not so white, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to take some Pool Party ink, because I just love Pool Party. And I'm going to, sorry, I'm double checking that I used Pool Party. I think I did. So I've got my blending brush. I'm going to ink that up, kind of dab off a little of the very first bit of it, and then I'm just going to gradually add color along the top edge of my cardstock. You can see the background paper that I'm using has quite a bit of ink blended on it already, but that's okay. We're just going to keep going. And we're not coloring the whole paper necessarily, we're just adding some color to kind of make our background a little bit more intense and rich colored. And so now against the white, doesn't that look great? Then we'll repeat the bottom portion with some Granny Apple Green ink. And we'll do that. Again, we're not trying to color the cardstock itself, we're just adding a little color, and there we go. And I'm not worried about whether or not the colors meet in the middle or anything like that. Just want to get some color on there. Okay, now I'm also going to stamp my sentiment on here, which says, "You're the best." And I'm going to stamp that in some black memento, like that. Okay, now this is going to go onto a piece of Melon Mambo cardstock. And it's just a skinny little border. And then I've got a little scrap of Granny Apple Green. And I'm going to take my paper snips and just cut some grass, basically, just little slivers. We used to have a little scissor that did that back in the day. I actually still have mine somewhere. And then what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take, and if you have something like, this is a piercing tool, just something to help you kind of curl this back. It just helps get the process going. So I'm just rolling it across, like a pencil, anything round will do the trick. But then my grass is kind of curled back on itself, and that sort of helps get the process going. And then I'm going to adhere that right to the bottom of my little panel here. You can use liquid glue or whatever adhesive you like for this. But I'm just putting this piece on, and it's going to stick out just a touch on either side of your cardstock, but right to the bottom. And then how cute is that? I just love the look of that. Okay, I'm going to pop this up onto my card with some dimensionals. Got some edge pieces here I can cut up and use. Okay. Now you guys are going to laugh at me, maybe. But on my little scrap, I'm going to do one more thing for the next project before I die cut it, just so that I've got it and can die cut everything all at once. Okay, so I'm going to scooch this up just a little bit, if I can. Yes, I can. There's a little wiggle room. There we go. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. But wait till we get the balloons in there. Okay, now on the inside of my card, I want to add the sentiment, "Happy Birthday." So I'm going to do that right down there, again in my Memento Black. I'm going to close that up. And then I'm going to do some ink blending just at the bottom. I'm not going to worry about the top, but there can be some grass at the bottom of our card, and that just will make everything kind of stand off a little bit. Now you can add pool party to the top if you want, just like this. And I'm just using what's left on my brush, which is not a ton at this point, but there we go. Okay, now I'll adhere this to the inside of my card. And then the last little thing we're going to do for our card is just die cut those balloons. But on my next project, we're going to make a cute little gift bag. And I want to make sure that I die cut one other piece as long as I'm die cutting. Now I just got to figure out, what did I do with my little scrap piece that has my balloons I colored? Oh, here it is. Okay, so I also am going to take the little party hat from this stamp set, and we'll stamp that once on our scrap, and then we'll die cut all the pieces together at the same time. I can color this in after I die cut. Now, whenever I die cut anything, personally, I like to make sure that I hold everything in its place with either a Post-it or some washi tape, because there is nothing worse than when your die cut moves on you when you go through the process of die cutting. That is just, it's just wrong. It's just sick and wrong. I hate when that happens. So I'm, as you see, I'm going to anchor these little die cuts in place with these Post-it notes, and you can reuse the Post-it notes. Post-it notes are just like the most awesome hack in card making, if you ask me. I love that. Okay, so let me run this through my machine. Okay, so here are two of my pieces. One balloon, one party hat, perfectly die cut. Let's do the other, and then we can finish up our card. Okay. Okay, there we go. Oh, so cute. I mean, seriously. I don't know if you guys struggle with this, but the cuteness overload sometimes is a lot. All right, now some of you might be thinking, oh, well, she could make those even cuter, but just wait, I will show you. I will show you what I'm going to do. All right, so I want to add these to my card, and actually I'm going to pop up my Melon Mambo one. So I'm going to glue dot my pumpkin pie, and then I'm going to actually use a dimensional to pop up my Melon Mambo one. Because you know, everything's better popped up like that. Then we're going to take our little sunny day dots, iridescent dots. These are so fun and cheerful. They just make me happy. And I'm going to take and put one on my balloon, an orange one on my balloon. And then in the center of my flower, I will take a large pink one and put it right there. Oh my gosh, it's just so cute. Another option is you could put a little bit of clear Wink Stella on these if you wanted, but what a cute card. So fun. Okay, now let's make a cute little gift bag for a little gift. Now you could use this for like a small gift, or you could also use it for like a gift card holder. Either one will fit. So let me show this to you so you can see what we're going to make. And then here's how we're going to do that. We are going to start with, we need two 3x3 inch pieces of our Bokeh Designer Series paper. And let me just clean up my space a little bit here. Let's keep that handy. Okay, so I have a 3x6 piece. So I'm just going to cut this in half to 3x3. Okay, so we'll use these 3x3 pieces on our card or on our gift bag. Then we've got a 6.5x7 piece of cardstock, and I am going to score this. And I'm just flipping to my own scoring guide in my little card. So I'll score at 3 and 4 inches. Don't cut, just score. And then 5.5 and 1. Okay, so 1 inch on either side. Okay, now we've got a little bag here on my snips, and we're just going to cut right here and right here. That little square section will cut on those 2 spots up to the score line. Okay, and then we're going to take our bone folder and give everything a good crease. Okay, now on here we're going to adhere one of these squares in the center on each side. Okay, so I'm just going to put that on here, and I want the little bokeh pattern, the little dots, to show. So I'm just putting that centered up on here and on here. So fun. Now what I want to do is take my ribbon, that white ribbon, and you can do this with tear and tape or with Seal Plus, whatever your favorite strong adhesive is. I kind of like Seal Plus, to be honest, but it's totally up to you. And what you want to do is you want to go over the border of that designer series paper, and we're going to start at the bottom of our bag. Okay, so I'm just going to run this. Oops. I'm going to run this all along here. And again, it can be on the bottom because the ribbon is going to go on the bottom. We're actually going to do it in one long swoop, if you will. Okay, so I'm going to start with my ribbon right here. And then I'm just going to run it up the border. And I like to burnish it on here so that it'll hold in place better. And then I'm going to form a loop like that. And then I'm going to continue to run it down and go all the way around. And then what I can do is this is going to be, formed into my little gift bag so that the loops are even. I will just line them up like so. Okay, and I kind of stuck it down, and then we'll flatten this out and reposition this, and then it's going to end again at the bottom like that, and then you can just kind of trim that. Okay, so now let's put our bag together. I just think it's easier to do the ribbon part before you fold your bag and adhere everything. Okay, so likewise on the bag, you want to use some strong adhesive. So just choose one of the tabs to put your adhesive on the inside so that it does not show. And we're just going to fold this into a bag like so. You want to make sure the sides are nice and flush. Then I like to, again, burnish this with my hand, with my bone folder, whatever. but burnish those edges so that they stay in place. And we'll repeat that on the other side. And I do kind of like setting it down just to make sure that everything's in the right spot. And then now we have this cutie patootie shopping bag, gift bag, whatever you want. Okay, looks so adorable, right? Okay, now let's make this super cute. Okay, so we've got three things, I should say. We've got some stylish shaped dies. I've got a circle and 2 of the skinny banners. And then we're going to color from our stamp set, our One More Year stamp set, we're going to color in the birthday cake. So again, the stamp set. So again, I'm going to ink this up in my Memento Black because that's just like such an easy way to ink up these detailed images so that we can color them with our Stampin' Blends. And I want to stamp my cake up just a little bit up in the circle so that I've got a little bit of room below for my one of my banners. So I'll give that a second to dry. We'll ink up our sentiment with some Daffodil Delight. Now remember when I mentioned that Post-its are like the best hack for stamping? I'm actually going to take a Post-it and I'm going to block off the remainder of the sentiment. So it says, "Happy birthday, now back to me." I don't like that much. I mean, I know it's funny, but I think it seems kind of like, I don't know. I mean, I know it's meant in good fun, but it just sort of rubs me the wrong way. So I'm going to cover that up because I don't like that. And I'm just going to ink up the words, "Happy birthday." Okay, I'm going to remove the Post-it. I cannot stress enough the importance of this step. Removing the Post-it, and then I'm going to stamp my sentiment onto my little banner here. Just like that. And voila, happy birthday. And I love the font. It's so cute. And then that's going to sit right below here. Okay, I'll cover this up because we're done with that. And then we're going to color in our birthday cake. So we're going to use, for this, Balmy Blue to coordinate with our bag, of course. Then we're going to use Daffodil Delight and Granny Apple Green. We also have a cute little birthday party hat, so we're going to color that as well. Okay, so I'm going to start with, I think, my Daffodil Delight. And what I want to do is color the frosting and, of course, the candle flames with my Daffodil Delight. So I'm just going to put a little dark along the edges of these icing areas, the drips. By the way, I don't know about you, but I love watching cake decorating and cookie decorating videos like on Instagram. They're so fun. Like, if I did not do stamping, I think this is what I would do. I would for sure do cake decorating. I think that would be naughty and dangerous for my waistline, though. Okay, so now I'm just going to color over this. And now that I'm doing this in my Daffodil Delight, I'm sort of remembering that I might have done my original sample in Lemon Lolly. So I'm just going to go ahead and say either one will work. I should have read my own directions, but I think this is fine. Okay, I'll show you my sample too so you can see the difference. And then, oh, I'm also going to use some of my daffodil on this party hat. So I'll just do a little bit of dark and then I'll blend it to the light. You can just do one color too. You don't have to blend these because it's a pretty small area, but there we go. Then I'm going to do the base of my cake, the plate, in some Granny Apple Green. And I'll start with my dark once again. I'll kind of go around the edge. Is this dark? No. Go around the edge like so, and then blend it with my light. Oh, and we'll do party hat over here. And blend it with the light. So cute. Blend this with the light. Oh my gosh, so cute. Okay, then I want to do the cake itself in my balmy blue. I'm just doing this little line of frosting in my daffodil. Oh, and I need to do my little flames in daffodil. I feel like this is what my cake would look like right now with all the candles. Can you guys relate to that? Oh my gosh, so many candles. Oh my gosh, Joan used to cake decorating. So fun. You lost interest. You know, it's a lot to like do a whole cake. It's so much. That's what I think I love about card making is it's just like really instant gratification. It's so much easier than like a whole quilt or a whole cake, or, you know, first you got to bake the cookies, then you got to make the frosting, and then you got to eat the cookies, and you got to eat the frosting, and then you gain 10 pounds because, oh my gosh, it's so good. I might be kidding a little, but not a lot. But it is really nice to do that for other people because I know it is so expensive to get, especially wedding cakes. Oh my goodness. I remember, I mean, I got married it's almost 28 years ago. That's a long time. Or is it 29? I can never remember. Anyway, 28. It'll be 28 in June. But like, I remember when we were looking for wedding cakes, I could not believe how expensive they were. Like, so crazy. So crazy. I also remember one year I really splurged. Carl wanted a Thomas the Train, like 3-dimensional cake. You know, it was like shaped in a train. And we had a big party, like family and friends came to it, and we got that big cake, and it was pretty expensive. I mean, not like wedding cake expensive, but birthday cake expensive, that's for sure. And it was so good, but it was so cute. Oh my goodness, I took so many pictures. He was really into Thomas the Train for a while there. Oh, I gotta do my little birthday hat, and then I'm just gonna kind of go over the little pom-pommy thing at the top in my balmy blue. So there we go. So cute, right? All right, so let's pop this up onto our card with some dimensionals. I said card, I meant gift bag. I never make bags and like 3D things. It's pretty rare for me to make that kind of a thing. So there you go. Just put that in the center. It's so cute. Okay, then I'm going to add to it my little banner, and I'm going to actually adhere that with a couple of mini glue dots. Depending on how you position everything, you could also maybe put some dimensionals on here, but it just kind of depends on where everything sits. But there we go. So cute. Now I've got this other little banner and this other little birthday hat. So I'm going to take and pop that up onto the banner. And then I'm going to take my little take your pick tool, and on my pierce mat, I'm just going to like poke a hole in here. And I'm just going to poke it through enough that I can get some of my gold thread through this. Okay. If you have a hole punch, by the way, you could use that too. All right, so then I'm going to take some of this gold thread. It's so cute. Oh my gosh. Love this gold thread. It just looks pretty with fun stuff like this, or with, you know, fancy things too. It's very kind of all-purpose. Now, before I do that, though, I want to take and make my package just a notch cuter. So to do that, I'm going to tie a bow on here. And again, if you struggle with bows, don't stress. Card making's fun. Just tie a knot and it will look just as cute. And nobody would ever compare what you make to my sample because they don't even know me. Okay, so I'm gonna throw a bow on here. I'm tying it right to one of the handles, but a little tip for you. When you're tying a bow, I'm going to tie this first piece on here and note how my ribbon is laying like this. It's perpendicular to how I want the bow to lay it because I want the bow to go like this. So I've got it on there and then I'm going to do my bow. And this works whether you're tying something onto a card or onto a thing. The first knot needs to be perpendicular to the way you want the bow to eventually lay. And gosh darn it, you guys, it works every time. Boom, it's now going like that. How awesome is that little tip for you? You're welcome. Okay, then I'm going to take this piece of gold to tie this onto my little bow. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to take the loop and kind of push my bow through here. If you just did a knot, do the ends of your knot. Okay, and I want it to lay like that. And then I'm just going to loop the ends here into a little knot, kind of like, you know, a tag would be. Like so, and then I can trim off the excess because, you know, we don't want this hanging too low. But there we go. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? So then you can take a little bit of tissue paper and put your little card in here, however you'd like. You can see I did this one in Lemon Lolly. It's just a little lighter, and this one in Daffodil, so it's a little darker. But we're going to add some clear Winkostella because that makes everything super cute. I'm going over the frosting with my Winkostella, and then I'll dab that on all of my candles that are going to set the cake on fire because I'm getting old. And then one other just quick little thing is I'm grabbing my pearls. If I can find them. Yes, I can. I put them in the wrong section of my thingy. Okay, so these are the antique pearls, and they are so fun. I love these. And I'm just gonna add one to my card, probably a medium-sized one, or my little package here. Like that, just to add a little something something. But so fun just to add a little tissue paper in there, and you've got just the cutie patootiest little gift card holder, or you could put a little treat, cash, diamond rings, you know, whatever you want to put in here. So I hope that you loved my cards today. We made, or my projects, I should say, we made this super cute card and this super cute gift bag. Now tomorrow I've got a fun fold card and a gift box for you. So I hope you'll come back and see me right back here at noon. I'll put these projects on my blog so that you can see the photos of them. And don't forget to purchase your PDF or place an order in my online store so that you can get it for free. Thank you guys so much for being a part of today's projects. Don't forget to give me the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any more awesome stuff. I'll see you right back here in a few hours for my Monday Live. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.